Hi guys, welcome to my second video about my exchange semester in Egypt. Right now, I'm actually not in Egypt, but that's a story for the next video maybe, we'll see. As you can see, I'm in a hotel in Seoul, so I decided to fly to Seoul for 2 weeks to visit someone I know from my master's. And yeah, that's why I'm here, but nevertheless, I just wanted to tell you about what I've experienced in Egypt so far in my second month, which was already halfway now through my exchange semester, so time is flying. And the last time I made the video, I left to Siwa, which was this oasis in the middle of the desert, and we spent half a week there, and it was amazing. We got there by night bus, which took forever and was very full because there's only one single bus company driving there, and the bus was packed. The air conditioning didn't work, so there was just like a small window open all the time, and I barely slept, and it almost took 15 hours. It took forever, but we made it there and it was definitely worth it. We stayed in kind of a camp right in the not like in the middle of the desert, but close to the desert, which had like a hot pool and a cold pool, a salt pool, and had these small tents, and we had a small room in a small house, in a small hut, I would say, which was very nice. The hosts were super nice and they organized everything for us. We had this authentic Siwan food and Siwan juice, which was very nice. So it was a lot of fun. And what did we do there? We took a city tour. It's not really a city, it's very, very small, but there are a few temples that you can see. Also one that Alexander the Great visited apparently, and it's just a lovely place to be. We watched the sunset from a place above the city, so that was really nice. And on the days after that, we did a desert safari, which was very, very fun. Where we took a jeep, or we didn't take a jeep, but we had a driver driving a jeep there right through the desert. He was crazy the way he drove, and we just stopped by a few sites, but the main part was actually then also sandboarding and watching the sunset in the desert, having a picnic there. That was again a very, very nice experience. Reminded me a bit of Huacachina in Peru, to be honest, but nevertheless it was great. And one thing that you also have to do in Siwa is visit the salt lakes. So that's something that we also did on our last day. We had our tuk-tuk driver, Ali, who was great, and he took us there. It was a lot of fun as well, just lying there in this cold water, floating. It was very, very nice. Also because it was very, very hot, so it was nice to cool down. And then we watched the sunset by the sea. Which was very, very nice, and yeah, I would definitely recommend to do that. We also spent two weekends in Cairo, so not traveling, and what we did there was visit the Cave Church, which is I think the largest church in the Arab world, and it's stunning. To get there you have to go through the garbage city, is what they call it, of Cairo. That's where all the Coptics live, who had to move out of the city about 50 years ago, in the economic very weak period. And they moved there and they specialize on recycling. So that's why they call it the garbage city. They collect all the garbage, sort it by hand, and then resell it. Which was, eye-opening to see people sitting in the middle of garbage and sorting it. It was just crazy. And also all of the Egyptians, the native people living in Cairo, most of them have never been there, so also the Uber driver had no clue where to go, and we basically had to tell him where to go with Google Maps or the Uber app, and it was definitely a valuable experience, I would say. Nevertheless, getting up there, the cave church is also insane, so it's just hammered right into the stone, right into the rock, and it's huge, it's enormous. And it was very nice to see. Although many people who come to Cairo, I think, do not experience this, because of course the pyramids and the museums are #1 site on the list, and you might miss out on that, so don't miss out on that. And lastly, one of our professors invited us to her, let's call it, weekend apartment by the Red Sea in Ain Sokhna. So that was very spontaneous, but we decided to go with her to her apartment. We just spent a weekend there by the sea, by the beach. She lives in a gated community. Basically everything there are gated communities by the sea. So these apartment complexes. And she has an apartment there, and we were basically the only people. So we had this huge complex with pools right by the sea for us. And we just relaxed a bit. Although of course we did some uni stuff. I mean, we were there with our professors, so she also gave us some papers to read for her course. And it was just a fun experience. This is something I would never do in Austria or in Germany with one of my professors. The relationships are kind of much more intimate with the professors I have here in Egypt. The only problem there was that it was the first day of Ramadan, so Ramadan started and basically everything was closed. So we also really had some struggle finding food. But we managed. There was like one street imbus that served us some food, and we figured. So that's been it. Apart from that, of course, I'm studying, and there are some projects going on that I have to work on, and some assignments that I have to work on. And I'm just looking forward to my second half, although that's going to pass by insanely fast, I guess. And right now I'm just going to enjoy Seoul. Maybe I'll tell you about that next time, so see you there.